So this is my second video about the steps you need as an artist to get signed, and this one's on sort of like management contracts and what you should look for and what you shouldn't look for, and what you should agree to and what you shouldn't agree to, as I said in the last video. The first thing that I can't stress enough when you are signing a management contract is get your lawyer to look over it first, because remember, they're going to have negotiation techniques that you're not going to know about or have. When you're signing a management contract, you need to think about the main clauses beforehand and know what you want in them for yourselves. The main clauses I'd say you should look out for the most are duration. So how long do you want this person to be your manager? Do you want them for like a 5-album deal? Do you want them for a 4-album deal? Long term, short term, that sort of thing. And remember that if you do sign quite a long deal with them, if you break it off between, they can still have commission to the track sold during that time, especially if they helped get you signed. Territory, if all of a sudden you're sort of making it a bit bigger in like other countries, like around Europe and America, places like that, you need to think, is that person the best manager for you over there? So you're probably better off having the manager that's a territory in different countries, if that makes sense. So like a British manager, an American manager, because a British manager is going to know all about the Brit music scene, and an American manager is going to know so much more about how to tour and things like that, so you need to keep that in mind. Exclusivity, I mentioned briefly in the last video, like, would you want them to just manage you? Because if you do, you're going to have to pay them more money, and if you're unsigned, it's probably not the best idea to go with exclusivity until quite later on. So my advice for that would be sign like a 2-album deal with them. If you still like them, carry on re-signing, and after about 2 albums, if you're finding yourselves really successful and your managers find themselves too busy, then I'd ask for exclusivity, because you're probably going to be making enough money by then to not need to pay them like a weekly sum. Third thing is money. How much percentage do you want your manager taking? Everyone seems to think that the average that a manager's going to take is 10%, but it's really 20%, and I don't think a manager's going to settle for any less. So when you're unsigned, I'd sort of fight for 10, 15 and not 20, but when you become signed, you can expect that to go up. And if you want to keep your manager, you should probably pay them 20%, especially if they're doing a good job. The third thing is control. Like, how much control do you want your manager to have over your record deal? How much do you want them to have over you as an artist? What do you want them to do for you? What do you not want them to do for you? Are there any boundaries you want to set for them, like TV appearances that you don't want to do? Just things like that you need to think about, especially when you're signing a contract. And that is about it. So my next video will be on the PRS and PPL and why you should have them. Thank you.